I'm going where the mythical PS5 Pro, is it a possibility or do they scrap it? Do you think that they have it in their budget based on some of the stuff that's going on? They got the Bungie situation going on. We have a report from GameRant.com that in July they lost over 50% of their subscribers to their two top tiers of PlayStation Plus. I don't think we're going to see a PlayStation 5 Pro. And I add caveat to that on the back end, Pixel. Why would they release it when they don't have any major first-party games releasing this year that could show off what they're doing? What do you think? PS5 Pro in the fall or nay?
Alright everybody, welcome back to another Xvault gaming video. Xvault here, and yes, here's your first dose of the salty batch files, and yes, the long awaited. I know you've been patient, but we had to get through so much extra salt. We got to play a little bit of catch up here, but we're finally getting to the PlayStation 5 Pro salt, so there's a lot to go over here. As you can see from the first video, at first, a lot of the folks thought it wasn't even a real thing, but now it is, and now there's a lot of contradiction, there's a lot of receipts, there's a lot of copium. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump to it. Alright, so like I was saying, what we're going to do is get right to it here, and for the first time on this channel, we're going to feature Damon Hatfield from the great IGN cast that is there, a shell of its former self, but they can't help themselves, and now we got to get those clicks in for Damon here on social media. So here we go. He starts off saying, Sony just tried selling a game no one wanted. Now we'll try to sell a PS5 Pro no one wants. But what's interesting here, Damon, let's go back to 2019 here. We see a little something here. This week's Game Scoop is here, has the link. Let's talk about how effing awesome Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is with, you know, everybody there. What platform are you playing Star Wars? Someone asked. It's stacks on stacks. PS4 Pro for me. It's so astronomically stupid how folks don't understand what they state in the past doesn't come up to haunt them, right? In regards to how that works. So now the PS4 Pro that had, in my opinion, who had a Pro by the way, and was okay with what it offered, I don't felt like it reached the heights at what it needed to. I feel like the PS5 Pro is going to have more to offer, hence the price tag. That's another topic and stuff like that we'll get to. But it's interesting that now Damon has an issue with it. So again, selling a game no one wants, and now selling a system no one wants. Odds are, I think this sells out right at first. Now, what the legs end up looking like, we'll have to see. I don't know, that could go in either direction, but I do find it odd that people will buy a brand new iPhone or Android phone yearly that cost anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 depending on the versions you get, yearly. But again, when it comes to a gaming console that it's an enthusiast hobby, that's where we have a problem, right, Damon? But let's keep going. Like I said, tons of examples here. So, what's crazy here is we have Colt Eastwood, of course. He's going to be first out of the gate because I think he was waiting on bated breath and crossing those fingers, hoping this wasn't real. But he states, this is what happens when competition lets PlayStation run rampant. Thanks FTC. So he's talking about the PS5 Pro price. He's talking about the $5 increase on the DualSense controllers, which I'm not 100% on board with either. I'm not going to say that's okay. So I'll give him that as well. But PS Plus PlayStation 5 sees huge price increase of almost 40% since launch. He pulls that article. It's still cheaper than Game Pass Ultimate. It's still cheaper in the long run and has just as many games. May not be day one on the first party because that's not the way to go. Look at what's going on with Xbox. So that's a shitty reference right there. And then, of course, talking about the old territory is not available for PSN and it's required and this and that. So he's trying to stir up things, hit the hornet's nest because he's so upset, thinking this is now due to the FTC. running rampant, letting PlayStation do what they want, but maybe they should have done their jobs a little more thoroughly, and maybe without those acquisitions for Xbox, Colt, you guys wouldn't be in the position you're in and trying to pay that entire debt back because you guys don't buy games because they conditioned you to be the sheep that you are in regards to Game Pass and renting your games. But yes, FTC, that's the focal point. That's what happens when there's no competition. Well, you're part of the issue, like I've stated multiple times, Colt. You did not help the situation whatsoever. But no, this is not because of FTC. This is not because of the lack of competition. There is no other DualSense on the market. There is no other Pro model of a system that's doing what the PS5 Pro, whether you like it or not, or if it's for you or not, that's another conversation. But for those that do want it, the enthusiasts that do want it, myself included, it makes sense. The ray tracing capabilities on the chip alone are currently going to be able to do something that not even the PC chips can do. Will PC be able to do that probably sooner than later? Yes, but at this point in time, there's a reason for the pricing. Could it be cheaper? Should they take a hit? Yes, but subsidizing this, that, and the other, again, another topic, that's why. But this is all just copium and turmoil here that they're trying, again, to hit that bee's nest and make something out of nothing there to make it seem like, again, Sony big bad, Xbox good guys, even though they screwed you the pooch and they have messed up everything under the fans' eye view there. So, but like I said, we got to keep it going because there's so much stuff here. Lazy Gamer here. Now, here's this brand new Xbox Refuge to the PC ecosystem here. Bear with it. The number of people that will line up tomorrow to pay $600 to $700 on a PS5 Pro tomorrow is crazy. My 4080 and 7800 X3D processor will still be better than the PS6. Enjoy the $10 tax on next gen and $80 a year for online. This is the other side of things, folks. Why are PC folks so upset at the fact that consoles are offering other options? Like, they're upset and pocket watching? They're pocket watching people? Clutching those pearls? Pocket watching people? What is going on? I have to say that multiple times because what this is coming from somebody. This is like me. If Xbox comes out with something or they come out with like a handheld or something like that, and the first thing I'm doing is making a video or I'm making posts about something in regards to that, and I'm saying you don't need this because of this, this, and this, and come up with all these reasons and why my choice is better than that and all this stuff, that creates this insecurity blanket to cover the entire planet Earth. That's what that does. That's all this screams is, I'm insecure. I don't like that you guys, as console users, are going to have a great option and in my opinion, whether some agree with this or not, I think it is a fair price for what it's offering. Again, you don't have to do it. They're not disconnecting all your PS5 base models at home when this does drop. Keep that in mind. This is just an option for those that want more bells and whistles. Same thing as if you have a $900 PC and it gets you by and gets you the frames you're looking for and the graphics you're looking for and everything else that might come with that. You don't have to go out and buy a $4,500 PC setup in order to be taking advantage of any game you play. Now, you're going to get more juice out of it for sure. But the fact that they sit here, and this is only just the tip of the iceberg, folks, they keep going. And not only is this guy just wrong in all areas of the level here, he doesn't know how all that's going to perform and how that's going to work, and $10 tax and throwing in all these words. It's just like, gee whiz, man, whatever. You can say what you want, you can believe what you want, but $80 a year online, you're not mentioning Windows for yourselves. There's so many caveats, right? We don't have time to get into it, but there's so many caveats that the comparison isn't quite there. But let's keep going here, folks. Now, Ryan McCaffrey here. I think this is going to speak for itself as well. As you can see, $699 US in all caps. Holy S LOL caps. And, he just can't believe himself, right? It's too much. It's too much, folks. But hold on. He has a thing, A+ Special Edition Xbox console right here, shows the SpongeBob edition. Now, this thing was actually $699 for that console itself. No extra bells and whistles, you just have a SpongeBob controller and skin slapped on top of an Xbox Series X, and that's okay. And I know he's being a little satirical here, But if he had the means to do so or wanted to do so, and it looks like he did want to do so, he's okay with it. He doesn't downplay it, doesn't say anything like holy smackaroos, all this stuff, or holy yes, whatever. And yes, I keep the cussing on the channel at a minimum so it doesn't affect the algorithm. We all know how that works, I'm sure, by now. But do you see the hypocrisy here? And the hypocrisy doesn't end there, folks. It just doesn't end there. But that's just a great receipt. I think it's a great one. So right there. Now, what we have to do here, and this is going to be a part 2 or 3 of the Salty Batch files in regards to the same theme of PS5 Pro, because there's so much more. But this one is going to take a special highlight. And yes, I know we're going to get his Drones of Sheep coming out and over in regards to featuring Oh No, It's Alex. But let's pop up something here real quick. Let's pop up him having the $700 exclamation marks, question marks, all that, with capital ha-ha-ha's all the way through. Let's take a moment before I pop something else up here, folks. I think it's been enough time here. Let's pull this up here. Now, he responds to Jor Raptor, as you can see here. Potential PlayStation 5 Pro specs from Moore's Law is dead. This is regular PS5, yada yada, all the stuff that was going on. And then he says, y'all need to stop listening to Moore's Law is dead, because unless the PS5 Pro is $699, and end up, y'all ain't getting that performance. At best, you'll see an uptick of around 30%, similar to a 6700 XT, 67T flops, LOL, WTF are we even talking about here? But let's focus on the main line here that I think you've already picked up on, right? We have, because unless that PS5 Pro is $699 and up, y'all ain't getting that performance. We're going to have to get a price up there in order to get that performance. But as you can see, he can't believe it. He's laughing at the $700 price tag, the $699 price tag, guys. But he called it. He called it. That it was going to be $699. But then he's turning around. Do you see how much of a fraud and a shill that Alex is? He panders. When I say shill, because he's going to sit there and say that I'm not an Xbox shill, I'm a PC guy, and I'm Path of Exile and all this stuff. He's a shill and he panders to the audience. He's a shill to the audience because he knows what brings in the audience. He knows what brings in the money. He knows how to play the game. He's also a weirdo, obviously, but on top of that, he's completely a fraud and shill. He doesn't like being called that because he thinks he's not, but he is. This is a prime example, and this is, again, quick shout out to Nib on social media. The guy consistently clowns Alex on a daily basis. Alex obviously acts unfazed from it, tries to throw in other retorts and everything like that, but we all know anybody with a brain is fully aware on how those interactions are and who actually comes out on top if we're going to go word for word. He couldn't handle his own on his best day in regards to Nib. And I'm not saying I'm smarter than Nib. I'm not. The guy has a special mind for business, and he has a special mind for how everything works in regards to that as well. He just placates it very well. But this was a great receipt that he happened to provide online, and I did snip and grab that, of course. So this wasn't my own finding or anything like that. I usually don't go sifting through anything of Alex because I don't care to go through any of his content. It makes me lose brain cells in particular, and I'm sure I'll get a whole video dedicated to me on his channel in regards to that. So by all means, continue to do so and expose everything and notoriety and everything like that. But that's a whole nother ticket there. But I think it's great. I think this is great. One of my favorite receipts, because there's nothing he can say. Oh, he will say, right? He will say, he'll try to graphically put something on a graph and chart, or try to self-explain himself into a corner somehow on what he truly meant by this tweet, because he's never wrong, folks. He's never wrong. And he's, brainwashed his own audience into making them believe that as well. But so it's going to be fun to see how he talks himself out of that. Again, I'm not going to find out. The only way I'm going to find out is by word of mouth, because I do not go and watch his content, even if it's about me. But you know what? I'm going to take another one on the chin here, because he's still going to retaliate. We all know it. His followers hate watch this channel. So it's great. It's really great, the notoriety that comes along with it, and the fact that this is the perfect receipts. It's just so delectable. It's so good. I can't get over how good this is, because I'm trying to think of how he's going to talk himself out of this. And he's going to say, in regards to how specs are, and well, if only it had these type of specs available to it, and only if it has this and that, and it doesn't live up to it, and that's why I don't believe this should be $699. All this bull crap, right? But he called it. He called it. I even called it. I said minimum of $649. It could be up to $699, folks, depending on what is offered on it. Again, this is not for everybody. Again, moral of the story, this is not for everybody. You don't have to get this. This is not going to hinder your experience or going to stop you from playing games that are being released on PlayStation 5. You don't have to have this. This is, again, great example. Again, I'll reiterate that. If you have a midline PC, you can still play a lot of other games that are tailor-made to that system, that platform, that PC, with those parts and GPUs and SSDs and whatever you have, the RAM. If you want more out of it, and that's the great thing I keep being told by the PC Elitist here, and I used to be a PC player mainly, and I don't have anything against PC playing, but I choose the simplicity of consoles because it's simple. I work all day, I have a family, I have responsibilities, I get home, pop it on, ready to go. I'm not dealing with drivers. I'm not dealing with port issues. If it's, again, caveats, and that's going to run from different person to different person on how that's going to work for you as a PC user. But the point stands that if you have a midline PC, you don't have to also upgrade your PC if you don't want to. You can play those games. You can have fun. You can enjoy those. But if you want that juice, you want that ultimate premium experience, or the best premium experience that you can afford, or whatever the case is, then you have the option to do so. No one's forcing you to buy a PS5 Pro. It's for the enthusiasts and for those that truly want it. End of story. So making fun of a price tag of $699, so be it. It's still going to sell out. It's still going to do fairly well. It's going to sell about the same as a PS4 Pro did. This is not meant to move and uptick anything, but it does have all the PC Elitist fanboys like Alex and others, and as well as Xbox fanboys, all up in a tizzy. And again, this is part one. This is part one of probably a 3+ part series, because this is not going to stop. Everybody's in a tizzy. Again, going back to the beginning of the video, this thing wasn't even going to be real, according to a lot of those fanboys. And then it ended up being real, and now we're going to latch on to anything negative about it. But what's funny now, at the time of this recording, is that the attachable disk drive that you will need, that is also selling out at many retailers as we speak. That is also on the top selling list on like Amazon sites and stuff like that. So again, either that's coincidence, or people are gearing up because they're excited for this, because you know what? X and social media is not the real world. You heard it first, and I'm going to be here and honest and truthful for you folks. Now, that being said, we'll wrap up the video here, and of course, I always thank you all for your support. We are getting closer and closer to that 2,500 subscriber goal, so thank you so much. If you haven't already, leave a like, leave a comment, helps out the algorithm. If you haven't already, definitely consider subscribing, helping out a small content creator like myself, and of course, above all, just remember, don't be a salty batch, and we'll see y'all next time on the next Xvault gaming video, and until then, take care.